Post-match reaction, guys. Bournemouth won, Manchester United, and this is live, not in the usual place. As the title says, we didn't create anything. We created absolutely nothing. I watched the vast majority of the game. We had momentum, obviously, coming into this, but the same problems that we've known, to be honest, since the start of the season have been apparent, and that is that we can't create anything. We have no creative midfielder. I remember seeing a lot of fans saying, yes, of course, we can do without Paul Pogba. This game should really show you that we actually really need Paul Pogba in this Manchester United team, playing as an attacking Ukraine, because, to be honest, it's been Paul Pogba in the last couple of years that has been our best creative midfield player and giving the chances to the front three. I think the front three did okay today, but they weren't getting anything. You know, the most creative players you could say were probably Daniel James, Harry Maguire, and at times Lindelof. Our midfield weren't creative at all. Bournemouth, the first 20 minutes of the game, I think, were not great. The weather wasn't great, even didn't help, but Bournemouth actually were all right. Well, we were all right, but even in those first 20 minutes when we dominated and we played well, and I actually thought we were actually playing quite well, when I look back at it, we didn't actually create that much. We didn't really create anything, really. Just nothing really happened, and that just seemed to be the case. I mean, I'd like to see what the statistics weren't on, and I would do a fuller analysis at some point, but I'd be interested to see how many shots United had on target, because frankly, I probably didn't have any. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have any shots, because, or hardly any anyway, because it was just poor, really. It really was. I don't really know exactly how to feel about this result, because it's one of those where, after watching the game for probably about 50 minutes, I could already see where this was going, in that the Bournemouth were going to defend deep. They were going to give us plenty of time. They were going to hit us on the counter-attack. And in typical fashion, United, because they cannot break teams down and we cannot create, we struggled. And lo and behold, we didn't score any goals. What does this mean for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Raymond Moore, good to see you, Raymond. We are an absolutely disgrace. Yeah, I mean, what does this mean for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I don't know. So I'm in the car, obviously. On our way to actually watching Carlisle Football Club actually right now. Hopefully they win, so I can have some positivity today. But what does this mean for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, because is it the team? Is it the manager? Does he need given time? We know that we needed backing in summer. I can see what we're trying to do. I can see what we're trying to do in this game. I can definitely see what we're trying to do. But honestly, is this the type of football that you want to see at Manchester United Football Club? Or is it just the fact that we just really, really need, and thanks to everyone who's watching, by the way, is it that we need more creative players? That we needed more creative players in the summer, like a Bruno Fernandes, someone to give us that spark. So look at that midfield, and we don't have it. They are not creating enough chances for the front three. I'm going to give a shot. I don't think that the likes of Rashford and Martial and Daniel James certainly had, I think, a solid game. I don't think they had bad games, really. But you have to create something. Like, we didn't create anything. Our set pieces are still quite poor. We don't seem to be, aside from the free kick, obviously, that Rashford scored, we didn't really do much of anything outside of that. So yeah, like I said, it's a brief post-match record, guys. Quite disappointed, to be honest. And the only positive from this game is that I think he picked up a booking, so he's going to be suspended for the next game, which is a nice breather, because we can actually see Williams in the squad hopefully displace Ashley Young in the future. But I don't know, guys. It's quite disappointing, and honestly, out of the 3 games before the international break, I think that this was the game that at least bagged on us winning. I think Brighton at home is going to be tough. I don't care what anyone says. And moreover, Sheffield United away. And so we were bantering Arsenal. They might lose 2 or 3 next few games. We might lose our next 2 or 3 games against what would be mid-table sides. What does this mean about Ollie? Well, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Disappointing result again, but it seems to be just typical United at this point. Thanks again for watching. I'll probably be posting a more detailed video at some point, but yeah, just brief post-match reaction. Thanks guys, thanks. Sorry, I'm still live.
Oh yeah, I know.